Well, they're being called screenagers or truly digital natives, but experts are warning that the first generation of tech-savvy kids who will graduate from primary school this year could actually be disadvantaged as a result of so much time spent on their screens.
Well, NRL commentator Sam Thaiday and Shelly Horton from 9honey.com.au join us now this morning. But Sam, welcome to the show. Let's go to you first. The generation of kids we're talking about here were born of the year of the first iPhone. They don't know a life without these devices. So what do you reckon as a parent as well? Is that a good thing or is it a bad thing?
It is very scary. I do have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old myself, and to think that this is going to stunt their growth and their development mentally is a little bit scary. I think as parents, we do need to use a little bit of common sense and a little bit of self-restraint and giving our kids too much screen time.
Yeah, but you know what I would say here, and I'll throw this to you, Shelley, is that, you know, here we are telling them, get off your screen, get off your screen.
I'm not off my screen.
Guilty of it, aren't we?
This is completely do as I say, not as I do, because I'm addicted to my screen and I am finding it's affecting my sleep. So I think for parents, you just have to look at how it's affecting you to then see that it's important to implement some boundaries. And so not having any screens in the bedrooms, I think, is the biggest thing, and making sure that you go back to getting the kids to get some decent sleep. I would love to say that I now will follow this advice, but I probably won't.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, Sam? I mean, how much time do you spend on your screen, or when you go to a restaurant and you've got friends around, you go, look, just watch Peppa Pig and shut up.
Yeah, I will have to put my hands up there. I can say I am addicted to Instagram. I do check it very often, and when you go out to dinner, you do give your kids a little bit of screen time so you can sit down and enjoy your wife's company or whoever's company you are having dinner with.
So when like, how much time are we talking on Instagram here, Sam?
Yeah, that's
Let's
true.
turn this into a therapy session.
Numbers are just numbers. It's all right. Anything on it.
Well, I mean, experts have actually raised the issue of serious internet and gaming problems in kids. You know, do we need to be taking that more seriously, Shelley?
Yeah, we really do. I mean, the thing is also it's about following the guidelines that these social media companies have set. So your kids shouldn't be on Facebook until they're 13. They shouldn't be on Instagram until they're 15. So, I mean, I think if you follow those rules, you shouldn't be playing Fortnite unless, I think it's you're 12 and over. So I think, again, if we fit in with the guidelines that they're giving us, then maybe we won't have the problem.
Sam. Sam, we're still on air, Sam.
Oh, sorry.
Let's move on.
I was just checking my Instagram.
Well, while you're talking about
more
Instagram,
likes.
Sam, let's talk about this because women are on a mission to lose weight. They're turning to your favourite social media to help them do it through this thing called Instagram dieting. And some are actually shedding huge amounts of weight. But Sam, people are saying that keeping a visual food diary through Instagram, I guess it's keeping them accountable and it's the key to their success. I mean, it's not something that I feel as a guy that I look to too much, but what about you?
Well, I don't put what I eat on there too often, but I applaud people that want to put it out there because social media can be a very scary space and there's a lot of people out there that will judge you as well. So to those people who are doing this, I applaud you. It's a very, very brave thing for you to do, but it keeps you accountable, it keeps a record, and you know what, everyone needs a bit of support. I would have never liked going out there and playing rugby league without a crowd. And sometimes you need that crowd to encourage you, to keep you motivated and keep you going.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. Well, what do you think on this one? Because, I mean, there is definitely two sides to this argument.
Yeah.
You've got, you know, we're hearing here that it can help some, but also we know that social media creates huge body image issues for many, particularly women and young girls.
So the thing is, I do this. Like, whenever I'm on a health kick, I record it all. So, you know, if I go to the gym, there's no way I'm not doing a selfie. Like, no selfie, no proof. What
So
I
just noticed you have 4 gym pics on
Yeah.
here. So does that mean you've only been to the gym 4 times?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Unless maybe I do 2 shots in the one day and then I'll put them on separate days. No, I actually found it's really good for me to keep me accountable. The interesting thing I found was that people who follow me obviously, you know, align with a lot of my values, and so therefore they haven't been negative about me falling off the wagon and putting some weight back on. I mean, my weight goes up and down like a bride's nightie. Like, it is ridiculous. But what I have found...
Did you say bride's nightie?
Point to all those
What I have found is when when I do fall off the wagon, I actually have a heap of followers who are just like, hey, you're only human. You'll be right. Get back on track next week. So for
Put down
me,
the chips and get back to the gym.
yes, skip a meal, fatty. I don't have the really negative stuff. I actually have a really
it's good.
like support team, and I actually find it's really helpful. Really helpful.
All right.
But don't do the compare despair. So if you're looking at the super skinny models and who are just
Yeah.
having green juice, then you're going to have a bit of heartache.
Yeah, and there's a lot going behind
Because
that.
they don't
Yeah.
post the photos when they're eating the burgers.
That's right.
Finally, he's one of our most successful exports, but things weren't always so glamorous for Chris Hemsworth. This Hollywood heartthrob has revealed his strange first job. Bear with us. It's cleaning out breast pumps while working for an appliance company during his teenage years.
Oh, let's go to Sam because it's just going to be awkward.
All right, Sam.
It's not awkward. I've cleaned breast pumps too. My wife
Bless him.
breastfed both our beautiful girls. So I clean breast pumps. I'm not as famous as Chris Hemsworth, but it's fantastic. We all have to start somewhere. My first job was at the Broncos Leagues Club, making coffees. I wasn't overly great at it, so lucky rugby league turned out pretty good for me.
Shelly, what about you?
I was Santa's helper and had to take photos of Santa with the baby and stuff like that.
Oh, you're an elf.
I was an elf.
Oh, don't deny who you
but it
are.
was
Use your
honestly-
appropriate, non-binary elf term.
It was before digital, so there was no checking the photos. You had to go and develop the film and
awesome.
then explain to the parents why the photo wasn't that great and have to do it again. But my brother had a terrible job growing up in Kingaroy. He picked watermelons. So imagine in the field
hefty.
picking watermelons for a day.
Good muscles.
He would come home and mum would just pack ice around his forearms as they were cramping up. So it's not breast pumping, but I reckon that's muscle pumping.
He carried a watermelon.
He carried a water.
Give me the film. Give me the film.
It's dirty dancing.
Baby.
Yes, well done, well done. What about you? What was your weirdest, wackiest job?
I worked at a hardware store when I was in high school, but before that, I got a job.
You, because you're so handy.
But before that,
Jess.
a lot more along Sam's line, I worked pulling beers at a football club, at like a local football club in Adelaide. I won't mention the name so I don't want to get in trouble because I was 16 at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, I was pulling
2
beers.
years underage.
Yeah. But I got paid in cash, so hey,
Of
it was
course,
the 80s.
no.
Everyone was doing it.
There were
right,
no
Sam?
rules.
There were no rules.
Just keep on digging deeper.
Thanks, Sam. Good to see you, Shelly. You too. Let us
Thank
know what your
you.
first jobs are. We'd love to hear from you at home. Go to Facebook or Twitter.
All right, well, still to come, how parents are paying more for daycare than